Hey everyone, in today's episode it is a clash of the AI titans. We are going to be comparing Claude with ChatGPT. Which is better at making a website? We're going to be giving the exact same prompt to both platforms and finding out which generates a better website.
Okay, so I am in ChatGPT. Let's paste in this prompt and see what sort of website it generates. So I'm going to put in a very, very simple prompt, just asking ChatGPT to build me a portfolio website with a hero section, an about section, and a contact form. No other instructions. Let's see how it does. Now, as you can see, ChatGPT is building out the HTML and the CSS for our website. But what is this actually going to look like, and how long does it take? Okay, so this is how it looks like, and honestly, I don't think this looks great. Something about the way this is rendering doesn't look 100%. So let's save the HTML and see if this is just a rendering issue on ChatGPT side or if they've actually generated a slightly broken website. Okay, so we have saved the file and it looks like that was just a rendering issue in Canva. So that's great. We do have a very, very simple website. It doesn't look the best, doesn't look the most interesting. It is very, very, very minimalist, which is great if that's what you're after. But it has done everything that we need, but I think it's missing a little bit. Let's pop over to Claude and ultimately see what they can generate. All right, so we are at Claude. Let's use the exact same prompt and compare the experience and also the end product. All right, so automatically from the experience, it's a little bit better because Claude is showing me the HTML as it's being built, and it feels like it's a little bit faster, but also it just feels like it's just a nicer experience. For an end user, this is nice because you get to see what's happening, but also on the left side that Claude will continue to generate sort of follow-on information on the left side of the screen as this page is built out. All right, Claude is done. It did take a little bit longer, but the reason why is it is built a much more complicated and in-depth website. This looks absolutely amazing. For a single prompt, this has generated a very comprehensive website, including graphics. But here's the thing, having code generated by ChatGPT or Claude is meaningless if we don't have somewhere to host it. Luckily, we've got TinyHost, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to get these websites online. First thing we need to do is upload a file. I'm going to grab my ChatGPT website, click upload, and because we're using TinyHost, there are a bunch of useful options such as being able to restrict access, to be able to be adding a password, or even capture emails before we give them access to the file. You can enable comments, and also you can hide it from search engines. I'm not going to do that for now. I'm just going to click publish. And there we go. The website is online and we can share this via a QR code or a URL. But let's look at our website, and that has uploaded successfully. Let's do the same thing with Claude. Here we are going to grab our Claude website, going to click open, and we are going to click publish. Let's have a look at that. And that website is online. How long did that take? About 3 seconds. The power of TinyHost. And because we're using TinyHost, you get access to a whole suite of analytics tools, including tracked links. Now, what we can do is use these to be able to segment our outbound marketing. So when you're sending an email to a particular user segment, you can have a dedicated URL for that segment. And that way you can track which emails and what outbound marketing is actually being the most effective and bringing users to your website. Super easy, super simple.
So there you have it. ChatGPT versus Claude. Now, ChatGPT did generate a website very, very quickly, but it was quite Spartan, versus Claude, which did take a little bit longer, but it did generate a much more comprehensive solution for our prompt. But one thing's for sure, regardless of which platform you use, definitely use TinyHost to get that website online. Which platform do you use? Let us know in the comments. I'd really be interested to hear your feedback on this one. And with that, we're done with another episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.